Okay, good morning. I'm Lee, and I'm here talking to you about another message. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're hearing this. Um, the universe has enough of practicality, right? It's something that surprisingly has a lot in common with how many of all you already see the world. Sorry, I'm writing this. Some things I don't want to say. So, okay. Uh, okay. If you see the systems of the world as intricate and elegant and unfolding without the need for an, an external puppeteer. If you believe in the power of observation of data of the scientific method to unravel the mysteries of existence, I respect that as well. Okay, in that very framework, there is a surprising echo of the universal laws. Okay, so think of it as more of a cosmic principle, and within this system, we might call these things law, okay? So, in this law, I want to discuss the law of what you put out, you get back. This law is very personal to me because I find myself going through that a lot in life. Like, people might see me as a goody two shoes or something, but I'm just one of those ones that what we like to call karma. As soon as I put out bad juju, it comes right back like a boomerang. It does not wait a day or pass around in cosmos. It brings it right back to me. So I do have to be careful about what I do and make sure that what I'm doing is kind of justified in a way, because other than that, it will come back every time and eat me up. So yeah, I call it karma. And that might be like a new age fluff or something like that, but this is like a fundamental. Okay, it's it's about balancing. Well, it's not really about balancing or retribution. It's more about cause and effects on a deeper, interconnected, and ecological level. Okay. So, like for instance, Newton's third law: for every action, there's an equal and an opposite reaction. Energy isn't created or destroyed; it is simply transformed. Okay. So think about a time where you were having a great day, and then somebody came in and just really was ugly to you, and it just festered up the ugliness inside of you. So yeah, that's a great example. And then you have an option to alchemize it or pass it on to the next person, or go throughout your day treating the rest of your day with that same frustration. Okay. So if you apply that to a physical system like push a box, it pushes back, right? No. Expand on that. Okay, think about information. If you spread misinformation, what do you typically get back? Confusion, distrust, perhaps even a fractured society, as we've seen so clearly in our own time. The output of false information isn't just dissipated, it generates a reaction in the system. Consider a social interaction. If you constantly treat others with contempt, what is the most probable outcome? You're likely to receive contempt in return. Not always immediately, perhaps not from every single person, but the statistical probability is overwhelming in that direction. Your output of content has a measurable input in the social fabric around you. It creates a ripple, a feedback loop. This isn't about just cosmic judgment, tallying your good and your bad deeds. It's about the inherent nature of systems. Every action, every word, every even seemingly insignificant choice is an input to the complex system that is your life, your community, your environment. And that system, being dynamic and interconnected, will inevitably generate an output in response. Okay? So if you constantly cultivate knowledge, understanding, and empathy, what do you find yourself surrounded by? Opportunities for growth. richer connections, perhaps even a more peaceful internal state, because you're feeding the system with constructive elements, and a system in return reflects those back to you. If you pollute a river, right? Okay, does some God decide to punish you? No. The river, by being a natural system, reacts. Fish die. Water becomes undrinkable. The ecosystem collapses. The input of pollution has a direct, observable, and often negative output. It is not magic. It's physics, chemistry, and biology playing out. Okay? What you put out is what you get back. In essence, an ancient articulation of interconnectedness and feedback loops. So think about that for a second. That was a lot. I'm sorry. Okay. It is an encouragement to observe. Be mindful of what you put out in the world, because what you put out is not arbitrary. They are logical. It's almost like the universe is a math equation. Okay? And I feel like I have my own beliefs. I'm trying to keep it out of the loop for the sake of this conversation. So let me keep going. Yes, sometimes complex consequences of your actions within the intricate web of reality. Okay? So I'm basically asking you to understand, right? If you want to develop your skills in life and you want to know a base ground to go off of, this is a great base ground. Okay? It is a call to understand that our individual lives are not isolated experiments. We are constantly interacting with and influencing the systems around us. And those systems, in turn, are consistently influencing us. So, if you are looking for a principle to guide your actions, one that does not require faith in the supernatural, consider the elegance of this law. Okay? Anything you put out, you will return. Okay? It is a reminder that we are all, in very real and observable sense, co-creators of our reality, and the quality of that reality is, to a significant degree, determined by the quality of what we choose to put in it. So I hope this kind of helps you I hope it's not so dry. I try to make these talks a little lively. I'll try to do better for tomorrow, for the next video. So, but yeah, just, brush up on a little scientific nature law, and that'll kind of show you that, this law is a law of just respecting nature, the natural push and pull of the fabric of life. And that, you can have a little fun with it. Do something nice for somebody and see how it returns. And that ties in a whole nother spectrum of psychological situations that you might be going through, like receiving. So maybe you put out good in the world, but it's hard for you to receive. I'll do a video on that soon. I struggle with that. I've always been the type of person who likes to do good for people, but it's hard for me to ask help. It's hard for me to receive. I do suffer from being what do you call it? Hyper independence. So for next time, until next time, I'm gonna start doing this because if you know, you know. But yeah, so thank you for watching.